Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna talk about right now. I think I want to, and I'm going to talk about Saturn because what happened between us was really, really sad. He actually stepped down from heaven. Not happy with my makeup today. I'm a little bit fucked on alcohol also, so I look a little bit trashy. But anyways, it's been kind of tough lately. I haven't been able to have my kids as I had wished or wanted for, because Belial sleep deprived me and made me incapable of functioning daily. So, and Saturn didn't stop it because he was angry with me. Love, he kind of stepped down from heaven, possessed me in a very gentle way and tried to help me in every way he could with setting boundaries towards Belial and the other demons that had showed up, like Paimon and Lucifer and Lilith, and it has gotten pretty rogue. I guess that's why Saturn stepped down, because I had screamed after Jupiter and Saturn long before Paimon and the other ones showed up. But I guess when the other demons showed up, I guess the gods just felt they had to do something, because they saw and felt that I was going to be in severe trouble with these demons having total access to me with no protection at all. I mean, I had screamed after angels, but gotten in touch with no angels. I don't know why the angels never answered. I had no angelic protection. I had no spirit protection whatsoever. So I guess that's why Saturn decided to step down from his heavenly realm to combat these demons, some with me, for me. Jupiter did nothing, actually. When I cried for him, he just cried back like, sorry, there's nothing I can do. I kind of comforted him, even though I was the one in need of comfort. But anyway, Saturn really stepped up did everything he could. I mean, like Jupiter claimed me as his wife here, but more like just to be kind at some point, to like comfort me some because I had such a rough time. But when Saturn actually stepped down from heaven to possess me, to actually try to save me, he claimed me as his wife, and I thought maybe he did it just to be kind like Jupiter, but maybe I think maybe I mistook him because Lilith was here, and Scorpionic as I am, I just an addict as I am, we fuck around, we don't give a fuck about each other, we betray each other like nothing. Love means nothing, we just fuck around, and really tragic, the Scorpionic, the lower side of the Scorpio is really really cold, really emotionally distant. We have such a hard time with emotions growing up, with so much trauma that we just shut off all emotions. We don't care, we don't give a fuck about anything or anyone or any. Even though we are very sensitive and empathic, we don't care for ourselves, like being loved and cared for, like we need and are entitled to, like humans need the human affection, like all that humans need to thrive and live and be happy. We just get neglected, so we have no idea. We run on empty, like I think the rapper Mercury sings, running on empty. So we are really love deprived, and so we don't expect love from others. We can love and give love, but we don't trust and we don't expect anything from anyone else. We just manage on our own always. And so when Saturn stepped down, I couldn't, he took me as his wife. Like, I'll take you as my wife of the age, And I thought that was something like Jupiter said, just to be kind, but then when Lilith was here and I said, like, why don't you fucking take her and fuck her and, take that bitch and fuck that bitch, He got really mad at me, really punishing, like really angry, like you fucking giving me away like I'm nothing to you. Really punishing me for that. With no understanding that I am a Scorpio, never had love, never experienced love, never gotten love from anyone, never expected love from anyone, ever. You know, he kind of just went, personal. Like, you just don't give a fuck about me. Was what Saturn thought I felt about him. But that was just my way. That's my way if a man wants a woman, just go fuck the fucking woman. I don't give a fuck if he does it. If he does it, then I know he doesn't give a fuck about me. So I don't want him. And so Saturn went and fucked Lilith. And so I knew Saturn didn't want me. He didn't give a fuck about me. So I didn't give a fuck about him either. You know, that's how us Scorpionics work. So we kind of tested each other, and it just went to fucks. Like, the whole love thing between me and Saturn just went to fuckity fucks. And I mean, Saturn is the god that I revere the most. He has disappointed me the most, though, also with his stuff. You know, he has punished me so much for giving him away to Lilith, thinking that he meant nothing to me, when in fact he meant the world to me. But taking Lilith before me meant to me that he didn't give a shit about me. So why should I give a shit about him? You know, if he really wanted me, he would have said to me, I don't give a shit about her. I want you. I'm here for you. I want you. And only you. And I'll stick by you, with you, no matter what. I know the Scorpionic shit. I know all the trauma, all the shit you've been through. I'ma stick with you no matter what. That's what I needed from him, but he never gave me that. So that kind of fueled this. I don't give a fuck about you, Saturn. You can go to shit fucks. And but that's really, really sad, because he's the god that I love the most. He's the god that I feel the most affinity to. Amongst all the gods, I feel the most Saturnian. I'm like an incarnation of Saturn, a Saturnian, because I have Saturn in Libra, really close to my ascendant, conjunct Pluto, so I'm also Plutonian, so I'm really, really deep. I can see through people, through people's emotions, like deep psychology. I can see through people's deep, dark agendas, you know. They can't really hide anything from me. So, really hard to engage with me and hang with me because I see and know everything. And if you try to hide something from me, I will find out and I will know it straight away. And so these spirits doesn't like me much. Not even Saturn, because I can see his narcissistic problems. I can see when he's pitiful and when he's trying to protect himself, and his love scare and his unwillingness to change and his hate for women. He has these programs, hateful programs of women, you know, this psycho-spiritual ball in the heart, and that pertains to the neural wiring and the triggering. So I can see when he's triggered all the time and how his ego protects him from never changing, and how he says he will never change for a woman, he would never do that for a woman, you know. So but lucky be that woman who will be loved by him one day, because he's really, really beautiful. Saturn is really, really beautiful. I mean, damn when he loves you. Jeez. I mean, the love he emanates towards you, it can't be compared to a human. And it isn't sexual. It's a real beautiful emotional connection between you and the spirit that can be compared human to human, because humans can never get that close to each other emotionally unless they are really, really tantric. But I doubt they can get that close to each other emotionally anyway. So these spirits have a real advantage on loving women, but they are so occupied with comparing themselves to humans, you know, with the fucking, being so saddened and miserable because they can't fuck a human like masculine human can fuck a human woman, not seeing that they have other gifts to give a human woman that human masculine, human man can never give a human woman. So they're so occupied with seeing what they don't have instead of seeing what they actually have and can give. So it's really, really sad. I mean, the love you could share with God or a spirit is, it could be so, so beautiful. And I'm not even close to experiencing it to the fullest. I have just touched on it because all of these gods and beings that I'm in touch with, they are so love scared. They don't even dare to approach it. But anyway, Saturn, he actually came down to try to rescue me from Belial, and I mean, it didn't succeed. He came down with a task force and kind of created a war in the astral against these demons, against Belial and Lucifer, and I don't know if Lilith was there, but Paimon, and I don't know who else was there, and gave me weapons, and we fought, and it pushed them further away. But then Saturn was so fucking angry with me, thinking I let him down lovingly, like I didn't love him, like I let him go to Lilith. He hated me so much for it. He punished me so much for it. Like he teamed up with Lilith and tried to punish me with Lilith in a really bad way. They pretended to love each other and tried to break my heart with them loving each other, thinking I loved Saturn so much that I would be so heartbroken that I would be totally devastated. But I mean, I can see through all those things. Being Scorpionic, I have lived through psychological warfare. In many past lives, I have Ketu in Scorpio, so I was mostly angry at the insult of them trying to do that to me. You know, insulted by their misunderstanding of my intelligence, if you know what I mean. Like I would be that unintelligent to let them break my heart that way. Like I would be so undeveloped that I would get my heart broken that way, you know. They just made fools out of themselves. And I gave Saturn a real beating for it. I told him how fucking ugly he was for behaving that way towards a woman. You know, I know of no uglier fucking behavior than that kind of behavior. So me and Saturn has had a lot of arguments and dusts in the astral after he came to help me. And the worst thing is that he has let Belial and Belial punish me when he has been angry with me, because he's kind of pitiful Saturn and he has a lousy temper, so he likes to punish, you know. And so he has at times let Belial punish me. And at one time it got so bad that Jupiter actually interfered and saved me, because I suffered so from Belial's punishment that Jupiter couldn't stand it, because Jupiter is also here. And he isn't he isn't an angel. He's got his own issues, but I'm gonna have to talk about that in another video, because Jupiter is a whole topic of himself. Jupiter, big as he is, vast, expansive, he's much. Belial is Jupiterian. Odin is also here, and he's also Jupiterian. Like, it's something like Belial was Marduk. Marduk invented this whole all-father system. So Ra, Odin, and all the other all-fathers are Jupiterian, as I understand it, from Marduk, who was Belial then at the time. Marduk then turned into Belial. Anyway, this video was going to be about Saturn and my love for him. I fucking love that god. And I don't know how to stop loving him, actually. He's narcissistic, so he pulls you close and then he pushes you away. He pushes you to push him away all the time. So you can never really love him. You're never really allowed to love him. He can never really practice love. That's really, really sad. Every time we have gotten close to each other, he has fucked it up and made me push him away. Like, made me protect myself of him, because he has gotten violent and what's it called? Dangerous for a woman to be in a close encounter to. So heartbroken, really heartbroken when it comes to Saturn. Really wanted to love him. As a woman, you just want to love. You just want a man to love. You just want to love a man. The masculine you love, you just want to love him. But the masculines are always often so disturbed. And as Saturn was here, I didn't think he cared much about me. But the more he approached, the more I felt and understood that maybe he cared. Because first he pushed Lucifer on me like it was nothing. But then he showed up and in tears and showed that it wasn't just easy as seeing me with Lucifer. And I was kind of shocked because I felt Saturn pushed me towards Lucifer. Made me and Lucifer love each other. So I was kind of shocked that Saturn was sad about it. And then also when Saturn was closer, because first he was further away with the Galactic Federation. And then he started moving closer because I wondered, like, you have taken me as your wife, aren't you going to approach me? Like, aren't you going to get to know me and love me, want to be close to me? And so he started moving closer, but the closer he got, the more he started to make me push him away, make me have to protect myself against him, because he started to get violent and abusive. And so it came to the Archangel Samael, and Saturn saw that I was falling in love with him, and but he just kind of pushed me towards Samael, like, I don't give a fuck, you just go to him, instead of saying don't, I love you, don't approach him, I want you, I love you, stay with me, I want you, I love you. Instead, he just pushed me towards Samael, like I meant nothing to Saturn. And so I approached Samael because Saturn obviously didn't care. And me and Samael had our romance that I kind of knew wouldn't last very long, because I had seen signs that Samael had the same narcissistic issues that all of the other traumatized beings in the league that are close to me have. So I knew it wouldn't last between me and Samael. But still, I felt very much in love with him. Samael is a very beautiful being, man. Damn, he's gonna make a woman happy someday when he gives in to love and puts down all his weapons and fixes his ego, just like Saturn. one can only hope that one is available and they're there to love one of them when they are finished with their fighting and ego petty stuff. Would love to meet Saturn at the Cairo, Liverpool when he is finished with his narcissistic ego and has put down all his weapons. Knocking on heaven's door, as the Guns N' Roses song is called. Then I will gladly be there to love him. If I'm not already taken and somewhere else in another universe doing something else, who knows? Life is short and sometimes we only get one chance. As we Scorpios are well aware, the whole shit can go too fast. The world, the whole universe can explode. Shiva can inhale at any moment and we're all gone. All is gone. All the opportunities for love that once existed are just gone like that. So, well, that's something to think about. But anyway, lost track of whatever it was I was going to say, so I'm going to end here. Lots of love, peace, and kisses.